Hello, good evening, Malta-san. I have prepared a list of questions based on the list you sent me. Now I'm trying to give answers to all those questions one by one, okay? First question was from Mr. Rakesh Kumar. This was about the loan words from other languages. For example, we can have the French word restaurant, and they pronounce it the same way, restaurant, and almost the same way, right? And for German, there is the word Arbeit, which they pronounce as Arbeito. And Portuguese word, there is Zubao, which they pronounce as Zubon. And from English, they have many words: typewriter, computer, tape recorder, supermarket, and they all have their own Japanized pronunciations, but all you can easily guess which word it is. Okay, but here I wanted to mention something very interesting. There is this word rickshaw which we very commonly use, right? Do you know which language it comes from? Now we have a borrowed word from Japanese. It's jinrikisha. Jinrikisha means human powered vehicle. Jin refers to a person, Riki refers to the power, and Sha refers to the vehicle. So jinrikisha later became rikisha, and which finally acquired its form rickshaw, which we very commonly use. So we have a very interesting word borrowed from Japanese, and we also know tsunami, sudoku. All these have become almost household words, right? Yeah. Coming to the next question from Baishali. This is about the application for the test. The Japanese language proficiency test happens twice a year, that is in July and December. Applications are almost available somewhere around March, April, and for the December test, it will be somewhere around August. They will send us an application, or we can even check the JLPT website, and we can get more information about it. And or if you want my support, I'll be very happy to help. I can even give you the website details so they can apply directly. Okay. Now coming to the next question from Mr. INR. This is about the age limits. There is no age limit. Actually, maybe there is a limit on the number of times you can take the exam, but there is no age limit. And the difference between, he has also asked about the difference between study center and exam center. Study center is the institution where you study the language, and exam center is the place where the certification exam is conducted. Multiple locations are there for the convenience of students taking the exam. So when we apply for the exam, we can choose the location where we want to take the exam, and we'll be allotted that center. Now coming to the question from Dr. J. Aishwarya about the job opportunities in the various industries. The industries, when we talk about the industries, we have automobiles, textiles, agriculture, pharma, engineering, IT, robotics, animation, and nursing. Coming to the freelance opportunities, we have translation, interpretation, tourist guides, teaching, subtitling, voicing, and all that. So I think I have answered that question. Coming to the question from Smriti K. This is about teaching Japanese to Indian students. What are the challenges, especially in the grammar? The thing is, regarding grammar, teaching Japanese to Indian students is comparatively easy, because if the student speaks only English or any other foreign language, the structure is very different. Whereas the Japanese structure is very similar to our Indian languages. So if you speak any of the Indian languages, I think understanding Japanese is not going to be difficult for you at all. And coming to my translation experience, I have an experience of more than 15 years. Next is Mr. Ramandeep. This is about Japanese schools in India. you have lot of universities and schools, institutions offering Japanese language courses. If you are asking about Chennai, we have ABK AOTS. We have the Indo-Japan Center, which is currently the Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And there are many institutions which also teach Japanese language. My institution, Sahara Asia, I also teach Japanese. And one way I differ from others is that I offer a lot of flexibility, and I prefer one-to-one sessions, and I would like to give maximum individual attention to the participants, and they can contact me anytime. There is no time limit, and there is a lot of flexibility in the timing, the days of classes, everything. Lot of flexibility, which way I differ a lot from others. And one more thing I would like to tell you is that the CBSE syllabus has also recently introduced Japanese, and Japanese is also offered at the international schools. But I don't think there are many teachers who are proficient in the language who are ready to take classes for Japanese for the school students who opt for the language. In that case, I think if there are any CBSE schools who are looking for teachers, they can approach us. We would be very happy to help. And coming to Ms. Aishwarya's question about Japanese in Chennai and opportunities for healthcare students, Japanese is, as I told you about a previous question, there are many institutions in Chennai which offer language courses in Japanese. So you are free to join any institution, and my institution, Sahara Asia, also is. You are most welcome to join. You have a lot of flexibility, as I told you. Timings are flexible, days are flexible. So if you are looking for short-term or a long-term program, or if you want a survival program or only spoken Japanese, anything is possible. I would be very happy to help you. And coming to opportunities for healthcare students, there is a very growing opportunity because in Japan it's an aging society, and there is a huge need for healthcare professionals. And if you are a healthcare student, and if you are willing to learn Japanese for a few months, like 3 or 4 months, and develop some skills for yourself, definitely I can even help you on that to get very good opportunities in Japan. And there is a question from Maitreyi Golakoti about online courses for N5 and above. As I told you, there are many institutions offering all the levels, and even my institution, I offer levels, and with a lot of flexibility and on timings and days. You can definitely write to me. I'll be very happy to help you. And this is about the question from Dr. Hari Balaji and also Balaji Kalaniti. This is regarding online training, short-term courses for spoken survival. Yes, all these courses I offer, and there are many institutions I also offer the same courses with a lot of flexibility, and customized courses are also possible. Definitely, depending on your requirement, we can customize it for you. That's definitely possible. And question from Miss Geeta SCBE: difference in course duration between India and Japan, and links for online courses. Course duration between India and Japan, yes, there is a small difference, because in Japan, if you join a course, it definitely takes about a year. Yes, if you join there, they have varying durations depending on what kind of course you choose. The duration can vary anywhere between 1 and 2 years, 1 year, 1.5 years, or 1 year and 3 months. It depends on the course and your choice. Okay, online courses definitely are available. I also teach online. It depends on what exactly you want to do. You can always contact me. I'll be very happy to help you. And Jayashri Sharan has asked a question about, it's a very interesting question, whether we have somebody is offering a course for kids. Yes, we do offer, because for kids we don't have to go for a full-fledged program. Kids can be taught something like depending on their free time and flexibility. Kids can definitely start with language at a very early age, and they have a very good grasping power, so we can definitely offer them a lot. I can, yeah, of course, I do also offer a course for kids, and it is customized for kids depending on their interest, what they want to learn, and how much free time they have. And here is a question from Mr. Manigandan regarding his. He says he has cleared L3 and N4, and he is good at all the four skills. He's asked about training opportunity, uh, and also JLPT and NAT comparison of JLPT and NAT. This I think I have answered during the webinar itself. And for the training opportunity, definitely he can approach any institution where they have a good demand for training, and people who are interested in training and experienced in training. Definitely he can approach, because he says he has all the four skills. People would definitely be having opportunities, yes. And in case you can contact me, I can also offer you, put you on to the right people. You can approach them. Yes, most welcome. And French department, there is a question about tips to learn kanji. Yes, there are very interesting tips, because kanji, if you learn through something which is very familiar to us, everyday items which you see, your everyday exposure to the environment, whatever you see, there are many references you can make. So there are so many things through which you can learn kanji in a very interesting way. Yeah, definitely, yes, there are tips. Anbaragi Sridhar has asked about security issues for ladies. I think Mr. N.K. Arora, he has already answered this question. Ladies are like, they find it very safe in Japan. I can talk about my own experience. When I went to Japan, I was going for a walk about 12 o'clock midnight, and it was completely safe, and I found a lot of people walking around. I didn't face any difficulty. Yeah, because definitely here, if you think of going for a walk around midnight, definitely I don't think it is safe. But there I didn't find any problem. I found people on the roads. I didn't come across any problem. Yes, I think it is safe. Yeah, and Mr. Ratnaprava Parija, Dr. Ratnaprava Parija, she has asked about the online Japanese course. Yes, many people offer online Japanese courses. I also teach online, so you can approach anyone. Depending on your requirement and your available free time, definitely we can customize it for you. And this question from Malar Anu regarding qualification for college teachers in Japan. Yes, they have minimal requirement of if you teach English, definitely they'll ask for an English certification, and about other subjects, definitely they'll ask you for at least, I think, an MA level, because to be a college teacher you definitely need to have a doctorate or a PhD, yeah, PhD, MA or MSc level, right, something equivalent to that. Yeah, and it also depends on how much proficient you are in Japan. If you speak Japanese, if it's an English medium program, it's fine, but if you speak Japanese, then definitely you have a better opportunity. And this question is from Kunjika Sail regarding a beginner's online course and for the higher levels, and also regarding the websites. Yeah, beginners online course, yes, we do offer, and there are also institutes which offer online courses. Higher levels, yes, they are possible. And websites also, you have a lot of interesting websites, but till now I have not come across any website which teaches Japanese like the way you teach in institutions or colleges. I have not come across any website, but there are websites where you have this grammar, vocabulary, grammar, and kanji lists and all that, which teach a lot. But for a full-fledged course, I have not come across anything till now. Definitely I would search for it, and if I come across something, definitely I'll help you. Jayanti Raj, the last question is from Jayanti Raj regarding online classes for my students at Sahara Asia. Yes, uh, especially after the lockdown was announced. All my students who were coming individually for their classes have come online now. So it's online ongoing courses for everyone. All the students studying with me are doing it online. And when it comes to students, I want to say something interesting about this, because I told you I prefer individual attention, but there are some very interesting students, parents and children who come together to learn, couples, husband and wife who come together to learn, and also close friends who come together to learn. So since they come from either the same family or they are close friends who meet very often, there are a lot of opportunities for them to do a combined study. So this I think is a very good option, because once they come for a combined study, definitely they don't have to look for other people with whom they can do a combined study. They are already doing a combined study now. So they can discuss among themselves and clarify all the doubts and prepare all lists of questions which they want to clarify with me. It's yeah, they do it regularly, and I think they are really enjoying the whole exercise. Yeah, so I think I have answered all the questions, and if there are any more questions also, I'll be very happy to help. Please be in touch. It's a very interesting language. Please take it up. Happy learning. Enjoy your learning Japanese. Thank you so much.